I was able to figure out how to get it working so that you can use an Xbox One controller on here. You can also use a PlayStation or even the Nintendo Switch controller, and this is all through Steam. So first off, I noticed that you had to turn it on. So what you want to do is you want to open up Steam like this, and then you're gonna go into settings. So on the top it says Steam, click on settings, you go to controller, and then general controller settings on the top. You're gonna click on that. And then you're gonna get this window, and this will most likely be unchecked. So you want to go ahead and check that. So this all depends on the actual controller you want to use. So for example, PlayStation, the Nintendo Switch, and then you also have like the Xbox Pro one, which I think that's what this extended feature. So I turned on the Xbox controller. That's what I'm using. Now you can just close that out, and then in the game, or while you're in the game, you can hold Shift and press Tab, and you'll open up this. So in here, on the top, you'll see controller configuration. You click on that, and you'll see this window now. So now you can go ahead and you can modify it to whatever you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in the description to my setup. I'm going to go ahead and export that and save that for you guys. And then you can just download it, what I have currently, or you could just make your own setup. So just going step by step here, pretty much the way I set mine up is that I put the D-pad to be numbers 3 through 6 to be able to use food. So that's my food and potions. Moving around is normal. I have the click in mouse, like the click in left thumbstick to sprint. So I have mine set for caps lock. Yours might be different, so you might want to set it for whatever it is you have. So that's the one thing that I have to just let you know right away, because it's probably not going to work for you if you have default setup. That's the only thing I can think of I really changed, other than this here, which is the previous weapon button. In the game itself, what I had to do was I had to go into the settings, and right under action here, their keybinds, you'll see right here it says swap active weapons. I set that for a random key. You can do whatever the hell you want. I set mine for I think that's comma or something. The one the button right next to the enter button. So right there. So I put it for that. That's what I set mine for. So in case you get confused, then you might want to change that yourself. But let's go back into the controller settings, and everything else is default after that. So in here, under this, I put QRF so that I can be able to press the actual buttons for my attacks. So these are the regular powers, and then A is gonna be spacebar for jumping. If I go back, I have, it was already by default set up as right mouse button is the left trigger, and then left mouse button is the right trigger. So basically, let's just fight. I also set up M for map on the select button, and then I put tab, which is to open up the inventory, as the start button. So right on the right thumbstick, I guess we can use that as dodge. Make the shift. So that's the setup so far. In the actual tab menu, you see the mouse actually works when you're using like the right mouse button. I mean the right joystick. So you can navigate and stuff. It's just very difficult. You see how it's moving fast. I don't recommend doing that. I still recommend grabbing your mouse and actually, like, you know, clicking on stuff. But it's still pretty cool to be able to do that. So now, like, let me just show you a little bit of combat just to kind of show you. I'm playing with the Xbox controller right now, as you could see by the jaggedy movement, you know. The sensitivity you can adjust yourself. I'm pretty in the habit of being able to like slowly turn the control. They see like that. Like I slowly move it in a direction, because if I wildly just press it down, you see it's gonna spin real rapidly. So let me swap weapons, and then I'm gonna start shooting. Oh, if I can aim. Oh my god, it's terrible. I'm so used to using a mouse and keyboard. But it's so cool to be able to do this though. Like to even show, like, look, I'm gonna heal, then I'm gonna switch over. We'll fight. It's so cool to be able to do this. But it's like, especially if you just want to lounge back and just chill, you know, this is perfect. At least until they make real, you know, native support for the game. I kind of feel like they're gonna end up putting this game on consoles eventually. So I wouldn't doubt that they would try to make like some kind of controller support. But at least right now during the beta, to be able to do this is pretty freaking nice. It's not gonna be ideal, you know, but it's definitely pretty cool to be able to do this. And I was doing like there's so much strain in my left shoulder from left clicking like crazy that I really like that I can be able to do this without having to like worry about breaking my shoulder, you know? I hope you guys found this helpful. Leave a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.